Time to get spooky. Time to get spooky with Halloween. Good morning, everybody. Let's make sure I am getting out the other side here. Let's do a quick volume check. Yes, we are good to go. And good morning, everybody. October 30th, 2019. Good morning to you, the lovely Missy in the chat. Good morning to you. Best to you and your family, especially your pops there. Good morning, JJ Superstar. Nice to see you today, as per usual. It is Hump Day Wednesday, and I hope that you're all having a good day. I know a lot of people have messaged me again overnight regarding the fire situation. Hello, Gabby. Oh, you like the hat. Hey, Quinny. How you doing, doll? Vicky, Victoria, Vanessa. How you doing, sweetie? I don't guess they do. I'm not sure if they do too much with the Halloween in the UK. I remember the 5 years I spent in Asia. That Halloween, hey Beach, I remember that Halloween was just starting to catch on as a big event overseas. Good morning. New fire here near the Reagan Library. Good morning, Diane. Stay safe. OKC. You see the usual. Lovable Rogue. Hi, Rosie. Love your outfit. Stay safe, hon. On my way to work. Will you make sure that you have a safe day? Valerie, good morning. Denise Reed, how you doing, lovely? Yeah, this is my standard witchy woo outfit for the season. Wait a couple more minutes, then we'll get into the meat of the situation. Got Missy Jen. She's all, why are you so fired up today? Are you on uppers or something? I've never seen you so sprightly in the morning around here, huh?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are ya? Thank you, Boo. Of course, we do Halloween in the UK. When I was a little girl, to trick or treating with my brother and sisters. That's cool. Yeah, hey Jay Money, I was a bad kid. I'm just gonna tell you. You know, when you're kind of a punk and you're you have your punk little gang at 13 and 14. Our Halloween was all about doing pranks. Thank you, Quinny. Says I'm happy you guys didn't have to evacuate. Rosie, you would like Reagan Library, Air Force One is there? Yes, I would like that. I'd like to see the Nixon Library. Oh, Shamaz, I just have shorts on with it today. I just have that on. Crazy Daisy Duke's witch here today. How you doing, Tess? Cooks for you. Gave you a big shout out last night, honey. And if you guys aren't subbed up to Tess Cooks for You, you're missing a heck of a channel that is all about excellence in cooking and presentation there. And the numbers show it. I love the Reagan Library. Went there this summer. Yeah, I'd like to see the Nixon Library. Excuse me. I'd like to see all. Let's see what president. I've seen the Eisenhower Presidential Library in Kansas. That was very good. I've seen the Truman Library in Independence, Missouri. That was another really good one. How you doing, JK? Are you still under evacuation at home? Happy Halloween, Delinda. Same. My Halloween consists of egging, shaving cream, silly stream, and other juvenile. I kind of, Jessica, Jennifer, we're like soul sisters, honey. We could have really. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Flawless. How you doing, baby doll? Happy pre-Halloween to you, wherever you are.
Professionally, I outgrew this shirt.
Huh?
I outgrew this shirt.
Yeah, I think your boobs exploded through the front of it. There must be something in our water here. I don't know. I'm not, I wonder if we're getting extra hormones around here or something. I'm not sure. And the 5th of November is fireworks for night display. Guy Fawkes, we celebrate Thanksgiving. Hello, Pineapple. How are you doing, Sweet Pineapple, in the chat? My greatest prank I pulled was there was an apartment house I worked as, and in those days, back in the 60s into early 70s. Hey, PJ, thank you. They still had incinerators that would burn garbage. Okay, yes, you would take all the garbage from the apartment house and you would throw it into the incinerators. Then you would take the ash and put it into like a receptacle. You lift the lid on the ground. You step on it with a foot ped. I know I'm old as can be. And thank you, Aaron. Nice to see you. And so I worked there. That was one of my first jobs, was assisting the maintenance man on doing things. So I remember learning to play poker with this guy down in the basement, playing cards and stuff late night, keeping an eye on the place. I hope firefighters can save. How you doing, Tom Finland? Quite a panel last night. Yes, it was. It was an all-star cast. And let's see, when I was growing up, fireworks were banned. They're pretty much banned around here, except the sparklers and that kind of stuff. How you doing, Sister Earth? Nice to see you. This was a 5-story apartment house. It was mainly populated by widows, many of which traced their lineage to the South in the Civil War, and they all spoke with very Southern accents. I remember it was kind of a fancy dancy apartment house, probably built in about 1920 or something like that. But anyway, they had 5 floors. They had a rickety old elevator, and a couple of the apartment, they had like 2 apartments on each floor, and the door knockers opposed. They were facing each other in the hallway across the hall. So we would take a really heavy duty string and tie it to that first door knocker, then thread it through the door knocker across the hall and all the way down the steps, floor by floor, putting it through all the door knockers on the way down. And then we would get down to the basement and we would pull that we would pull that string, and you could hear all those door knockers, 5 floors, like 10 apartments there, with what the hell's going, what are y'all doing out here? Pretty crazy stuff. So EBT, what's going on? Yeah, you can't have fireworks around these days. It's not possible. You know, it is what it is these days, guys. Yeah, Nicole was fun on the stream last night. I got a lot of feedback on the McNamara. If you guys aren't subscribed to the Rosie McNamara, I know it was innocent fun. I never did anything malicious. I mean, we soaped a few windows and the usual kind of stuff. Usually the people, when you go trick-or-treating and you knock on the door and they scream from the inside, "F-O," you know, off. We would do that, you know. So I'm trying to remember some of my other tricks. There was always the dog poo in the bag special, lighting it on the fire. Just the usual crap that kids did. You don't really see that stuff too much anymore. That was really a 1960s and 70s sort of thing. Yeah, thank you, Nellen. Says, what a pretty witch. Yes, I'm being a little witchy today. Yeah, as far as, Nicole on the stream last night, I received a lot of hey, how you doing, Mr. Z? I received a lot of, pranks get kids knocked up. Not knocked up, but locked up everywhere now. That's for sure. Jen's laughing. Listen to her. And Jen, are you on something today? Huh? She's laughing. Kids get knocked up these days. Yeah, I hear you. Anyway, what I did was Nicole called me in on the Hangout, and we had her on panel, just on audio, and it was a lot of fun. Got a lot of good comments about that style and that format. So yeah, it's an interesting thing to do. So if you're not on Hangouts, make sure you get yourself set up on Google Hangouts if you want to be on the air. The nice thing about that last night, it was really we had a chance to be one-on-one with Nicole and talking about life in Manchester. We have a guy used to, another guy who used to put concrete blocks and paper and set them on the highway. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's tough. Set the concrete grocery bags and set them on the highway on Halloween. Yeah, remember hey Preston, remember, hey Jackie Blue, nice to see you. I'm going to tell you what, people were throwing in some of the cities like Baltimore, Philadelphia, some of the tougher hoods, people would throw cinder blocks off of the overpasses over freeways. That was really dangerous. Hey Stevens, how are you? Yeah, I saw you on there, Aaron. Woke up. That stream was a good time. We had a good time. Thank you, Diane. And we were able to really showcase Nicole and really drill down on what life is like in Manchester, because Nicole has been my longest standing friend on YouTube. It's almost like a YouTube daughter to me. And for almost 7 years, we've been traveling the paths of YouTube together. And to be able to isolate one person and have them on a pseudo panel was outstanding. And the funny thing is, at the end of it, Elvis and her had some kind comments to exchange with each other, and I thought that was pretty sweet last night. If you haven't seen it, check it out. We all know Nicole has a big mouth, so you can enjoy her on the stream there. And I encouraged her to go out there and bring us some coverage of Manchester. Show us what life is like. Talk about growing up in Manchester. Talk about the food you've seen. Talk about the nightlife that's out there and what it was like to grow in there. Huge public firework displays are legal in LA. My little brother used to put his prosthetic sticking out of the yard like someone was buried with their legs straight up. Hey, Beryl. Thank you, Lisa. Happy Halloweeny to you. There's my Scottish Sarah. And hello, darling. Hello, darling. How are you? Thank you, Dawn. Nice to see you today. Spanky, where is your apples? Spanky, you think I could be good at bobbing for apples? There's the brat Nicole in the side chat today. She made it very engaging last night, and it was, how you doing, Jen? And I want to thank Jen. Really has my back a lot. She has really become an outstanding, not become, she probably already was. She is really an outstanding moderator, and I just love her to pieces. Hello, hipster. And remember, yeah, you're just doing a great job engaging. And there's Kim C, another wonderful too. Bobbing for apples would be viral on YouTube. Good morning, Captain Caveman. How are you? It's really nice to see. So anyway, getting down with Nicole, so to speak, was a lot of fun last night. And the thing that made it particularly interesting, I've never done this before. Nicole will tell you, I haven't done panel chats since probably January, February of this year. That's a long time. You know, what is that, 7-8 months of not doing panel chats. Why? Because I have an inability to really control panels when I do panel hangouts. They sort of take on a life of their own. And as things wound down over the years, 2.5 years of doing hangouts, my shows started to really develop into a Jerry Springer type format, and I didn't really like that. That's not the way I like things to be. So I cut it all out. But last night was very nice. When you can take one person, they don't have to be on cam, but you take one person and you get them on the hangout. You got better audio than Streamlabs, better audio than the StreamYards and Zoom. You could really hear Nicole's big mouth all over the audio there. So it was very fun. How you doing, Hazel? You could really engage her deep in conversation. And, Nicole's an unusual person. I'm a big mouth. Everybody knows everything about Santa Rosa, okay? Everything about everything. The Rancho is the best known location on, everybody. You mentioned the word, two words, two different things. You mentioned the Lisa Marie, everybody's heard of that. You mentioned the Rancho, everybody's heard of that. But Nicole, I never really learned a lot about. Good morning, Marshall. I never really learned about a lot about Manchester and knew anything. So I got a little bit of tidbit. I got a little bit of tidbit of information in there. I keep turning the wrong thing here. I'm up here. Yeah, there we go. So I got a tidbit of information. Winky, how you doing, babes? Oda May. Yeah, I love black. Thank you. Francis says black is your color. Anyway, it was really fun to have Nicole one-on-one. And I'd like to do that going forward in the future. That was a lot of fun. It was controlled, It didn't turn into a shouting match. What did you think of that,
I
last?
gave you. I told you. Didn't told you a couple of weeks ago that it's a good idea if you interview one person at a time.
Yeah.
Because if you have more than one person, it gets out of control.
Yeah, so you did
So,
nice. You and Marshall actually had decent exchange.
uh,
I don't know. Maybe you get older and you can't process stuff as fast on a panel. If you're young like you and Nicole, you can keep up with all the stuff.
I
Some
just
people's
think,
volume is low. You can't hear what they're saying on the chat, and then people maybe go off on each other. And then what do? You kick them
yeah,
both off. You can't kick people off.
I just think that yeah, you can have a successful panel, but people have to get along, and when they don't get along, chaos happens. But I just think it's more interesting to interview one person at a time, like a
Yeah,
talk show style. Then you get to really focus on that person. You get to know more about that person and where they live, and it's
yeah.
more interesting to me
Like I was
having.
saying for Nicole, how much do we really know about Manchester after 5 and 7 years? 5 years for you knowing her, 7 years for me. We don't really know a lot about what was it like growing
What was
up
it
in
like?
Manchester. What's the food scene like? How has it evolved over the years? How is the nightlife over there for the straight for the
I'd like to know the cost of things.
LGBT?
I'd
Yeah,
like to
the
know the cost of food,
cost
the
of
cost of
things and
hotels,
stuff
and
like
stuff
that.
like that. Yeah,
Uh,
but
busy. But
but
it was very, yeah. Francis said, "Hey, Marshall, let's have a small."
from a tourist aspect, from
he
a
never, he hardly ever.
my dad used to tell me you need to smile, but I don't like to smile. But
He likes to put on the wrestling game face when
from a
he's.
from a tourist aspect, a
Hey,
travel aspect.
Lisa.
Think about it. You can talk to a person if they're a local. They can be your tour
Well,
guide.
I've seen you do that.
Yeah,
I've seen you go up and pick a
and
person
get information.
and get
Right.
basically cut through 2 days of wandering around and get right to the
To
heart
the
of
heart of
what's
it.
going on.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
is the most impressive quality you possess when you're out traveling is the ability to isolate one person that you believe.
Could have the
Like,
information.
why is this guy here? You go up and talk to him, and he's like, "Hey, man, I've lived in Mexicali for,
And I
10
don't.
years." And he immediately was out with all the information. Hey, North Shore Towing.
And this information that individual gave me, you couldn't find it on the internet. It'd be
Yeah.
tough.
How you doing, Cher?
You'd have to talk to somebody.
And so I really like that to be able to get information like that and extract that. So maybe it'll encourage Nicole to do a little more talking about life
If you
in
ever
Manchester.
visited Manchester, she'd kind of be like your tour guide.
Yeah,
And that goes
yeah,
with anywhere in the United States.
yeah,
You could visit any of these people that are on the chat, and they know more about their city than we do because they
yeah.
live there. So I'm interested to hear about every
I'm
place.
sorry, Diagi says we are on fire now. Hello, Monique. Good morning to you.
Who?
Diagi on the side chat there must be down in the
L.A.
LA area. I know they got the winds. So hopefully that'll encourage Nicole to, because I'm nosy when it comes to people's towns and things and what they
Right,
do. Because chances of me going to Manchester are rather slim.
right,
So everything I'll ever know about Manchester comes from people that live there
right.
and share it. Because I think traveling is one of the greatest things. Yeah, Spanky's tour guide here. Well, Spanky, hey Keith Gregory, Spanky. Next time I get to Cheyenne, you and me, we're gonna loop over to. We're gonna grab Alpine Gulch. We're gonna roll into Laramie, Wyoming, and check that out. And I'm gonna spend a little more time in Cheyenne when it's not so crazy.
You know what my
They
interest.
said you're plugged up from graveyard dust with lawnmower man.
But you know what I'm interested in, Rosie? It's like, you know why I like to go to San Diego?
Yes.
Because it's closer to Tijuana.
The weather.
The weather. Yeah. But what's interesting is this, and I've always wondered this: people travel to different places for different reasons. But it's always intrigued me and interesting. Why do people choose to actually live? If you ask all these people, why do you live where you live? It's an interesting question. Some people might say it's a job or I'm raising my kids, whatever the deal is. But some people might say, you know what? I particularly like this place because I'm a critic of a lot of things.
Yeah.
I like to always hear what they like about it and what they don't like.
You're a critic, all right.
I'm very critical.
Yes, you are. In a way, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, I tend to be a person that I'll sugarcoat stuff because I don't want to offend
Right.
anybody. So I can always find the best aspects of a town or a city and say, hey, this was cool, it was not. But I feel like you have the ability to really objectively dish out information on a place geared towards what your likes it, like the nightlife.
Right.
Well, the nightlife sucks, or there's nothing, or blah, 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 and all that. Side lives an hour north of me. We could get a big choochin' party. Yeah, that's cool. You know, that threw me off my game, Spanky, when I went to Cheyenne and lost my keys. I mean, that's a very upsetting experience. So it totally threw me out of my explorations and things. Now, Alpine Gulch, we did go around to the Capitol and some other places the next day. And actually had one of the best Chinese meals I'd ever had down there in Cheyenne. Yeah, most people stay there where they were born. Now you could, Gene Autry Museum. Now, Marshall, you can imagine why most people that don't work in San Diego, nor were they born there, would end up in San Diego because of the weather, the sunshine, sunny 330 days of the year, something like that.
Very expensive though.
It's expensive. Well, think about it this way: good climates always are expensive. Think about living in, and this is not to down Kansas or places like that, but you know they have a very continental, very cold winters, very warm, humid summers. When you think about the California coast, and you got here now, you see cool nights, warm days, you know, sunshine, and you can imagine why people like. When they got to California, they thought they hit the promised land. So the cost is going to be higher.
Cost of living is higher,
higher here because of the taxes. I'm not sure if we'll do some choo-choo tonight. I really want to hit the van. We really have a lot of momentum. Yeah, I was really too upset about the Keys to really enjoy stuff. Okay, Spanky, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Big Navy town.
When I talked to my nephew Narce about traveling, he's been all over the country. Because he's been driving truck for years, and he told me, he says, Southern California would be my favorite place. And he was right. He hit it on the head. To me, there's nothing, for me personally, there's nothing that can beat San Diego. No place in the country. To live, work, play, I don't think there's any place that can beat it.
And, you know, it's low humidity, bug-free. You don't have a lot of bugs. You know, I mean, we were in Florida and stuff, and you know, I mean, you really don't even need, the traffic sucks out here, but it's just because of how many people live here. But as Marshall has discovered, when you get outside of San Francisco, San Jose, Oakland, LA, and San Diego, you're really very rural. You have hundreds of miles between cities, and there's nothing, you know, it's a very empty state, really, California, so. Yeah, don't forget your cowgirl hat when you come up. There we go. That'd be a lot of fun. So last night was a lot of fun. I want to thank you guys. We'll see about doing that again, having somebody one-on-one on the Google Hangouts. They don't need to worry about being on cam. The audio is great on Hangouts. Have you noticed on Zoom and Streamlabs sometimes when you have a panel, especially on StreamYard, some people's audio is really...
I'm surprised there's still Hangouts even on the phone because they don't have it on the laptop anymore, right?
Yeah, it's just a way for people really to connect. You can still have private Hangouts.
Oh, you can still have private
that you
Hangouts.
can. Yeah.
Right.
Nicole's like, hit the thing. I thought she was calling me. She's like, hit the video, hit the camera icon.
Well, the good thing about... Okay, let me just tell you this. The good thing about putting someone that you don't really...
Hey, Carolyn.
You trust Nicole. You've known her for years. She never
Yes.
put porn on your channel.
No,
But
never would.
if you get someone new,
If Nicole doesn't like something, she'll come out.
She'll
and
come
tell
out and
you.
say,
She'll
yeah.
come out and tell you.
But-
She'll say, "Sayonara." When this
Yeah.
event is over, I'll be back. Yes.
if there's a person out there that wants to go on live, there's a lot of people out there that want to talk. Now, you might not fully trust them 100%. They might not be a friend like Nicole for 5
Well,
years.
look, if I have a phone down here,
they can
they're
call,
not seeing Nicole.
They're not seeing exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So the
you
worst
got
time,
no chance of
you
being
got no
porned
chance
out.
of being
Yeah.
porned out. So
Yeah.
and whatever people say
Hey,
on
Beach
there,
Barbie.
yeah, I mean that always can be edited out, or in other words, you don't have a chance of getting your whole channel taken down. It's actually a good way of
Yeah, it's a good way of, and it's also a good way to focus on people.
right.
Because there might be somebody on panel you really want to extra talk to, but you can't. You have to balance the panel. You know,
Right,
you have some people come on, they panel up and they hardly say anything when they go
Exactly,
on panel and stuff. No, I wouldn't say they're friends, but they had some nice conversational points last night. Hello, Allie Pally. Nice to see you on here. Let's see who else we got. Lisa in here. Let's up. The fire event is basically winding down. Now the wind event didn't really develop overnight. We went from 15% containment to 30%
30%,
containment.
yeah.
So I think most of the people are probably going to be starting to allow to be back in their homes. A good deal of that is the brutally cold weather that's enveloped there. This is the coldest time of year between, say, Halloween and the start of the rainy season. Crystal clear skies at night, no humidity.
I love it.
Yeah, you love it. How you doing, Kathleen?
Yep.
Diane says, I want to do a live stream chooch with you too. I will stream too. That would be awesome to do that. So what else have we got going on? You don't have to bother. The sub feature of popping up the window has been discontinued here. So if you're trying to promote another channel, it won't work anymore. Yeah, Captain Caveman says, I see the Reagan library is being threatened with fire. Yeah. So Allie Pally, I think we're pretty much in the clear. Monique says it was miserably cold this morning, drizzly and windy. Yeah, it's been cold around here. Too really cold. I'll tell you, I could have stayed longer at the graveyard last night, but what did you say, Rosie? You really get cold fast.
It was 60 degrees.
Yeah, 60 degrees, and then it was 59.
That's not cold. That's perfect.
To me, that's borderline Arctic conditions.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to get out of here. You know, when that temperature goes down, I can't stand cold. But hey, it was a fun chooch last night in the graveyard. It wasn't as crazy getting lost and stuff like that, but it was still pretty cool. You had a lot of feeling of, not a lot, but there was a different energy. You didn't like the roadway. The town was blacked out because of the fire situation.
Right.
But which did you feel like was more spirited graveyard? The Sebastopol Memorial Lawn, or did you feel like the Santa Rosa Memorial Cemetery was more?
Well, I think they both have their different characteristics. I think that if you stayed longer and later, you would have probably heard things. I think that it was creepy in a different way. You know.
Thank you, Jackie.
I think the road really bothered me there. That was I didn't like that from the get-go, and I just didn't like it.
It's a dangerous road.
Very dangerous road. I didn't like parking there on the side of the road. I'd rather park in the cemetery. But the thing that
I didn't even know you could pull into the cemetery, or I would have pulled in.
Right. I think that the thing that creeped me out was the
Hey, recycle dude. How
the
you
vehicle
doing?
that pulled in. That was very, very odd. Why would somebody pull into a cemetery and pull out?
I don't know. They
trying to
probably
do?
saw us there. They might have been a young couple that wanted to just make out in the. Maybe it's a famous makeout spot for the town. You know, you pull in there and nobody really messes with you. The thing I found most unusual is that the columbard was open, the door that you could actually go inside of that area. That also surprised some locals that got back to me and said that place should be locked at nighttime. and that was open with the ladders and going in there, and it's weird. I can't imagine the liability of letting an old lady climb the ladder to put flowers 15 feet up on the wall.
Yeah.
You know, it was pretty weird. I was afraid we were going to get locked in. I was afraid the thing was going to click, and that was going to be it. It was going to be a night in the cemetery, and we'd have like 800 people live watching us freeze in this, and then they'd be calling the cops and stuff like that, and trying to wake up the cemetery person to open yeah, Rosie. Yeah, I like to play kind of a funny trick. Marshall doesn't like that. I did that in Las Vegas too. We can live stream near my apartment. Interesting, Ariel. I've been around your place. Remember, Diane? Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. That guy was Cindy. How you doing, babe? That guy was weird. I mean, taking the tractor out at sunset. You know, he must be just like a contracted guy. Come over whenever you can and just cut the lawn. I can't believe that he would.
You don't think he lives there?
No, I'm not sure. Progress. So the fire situation looks good now. Yeah, it feels like Halloween here finally, which I'm very excited about. A few people messaged me overnight. Some people are curious and have some suggestions and things on the van build, and I really appreciate that. Why am I doing it? I'm doing it, number one, well, Marshall's a friend of mine, and number two, I really enjoy doing that type of work, and that's the main thing. I've done house renovations, I've done repairs and light restorations on camper vans, but I've never really gutted a vehicle right down almost to the metal. Some people said, why don't you ruin the kitchen and all that stuff? There's too much plumbing. There's too much going on back in that area. I don't want to reroute every little thing over there, so I'll have some work to do there. Now, we will be making a trip. We'll be picking up some paneling, some specialized screws for putting down. We'll finish. We got to let the temperature rise up and warm up the rig. You can't put spray paint on when it's in low 40s. I'm not sure. Tomorrow night, of course, we'll be having the stream. Missy Jen will be on here. She'll be showing, she'll be unveiling her costumes and things. So there'll be a lot of fun coming up this week. I think tonight will be another fun chat. I know Marshall likes to do, update people for a couple hours what's going on with the van build. Swarm with flies. I don't know. I haven't seen. We always have a full day. To me, it's kind of fun. We're going to get some flooring down, and then we're going to address some electrical and plumbing issues, and probably take the opportunity to get all that stuff laid in. Hopefully tomorrow, the gifts that your friend.
We'll get here. Yeah,
we'll get here.
I'm expecting three items.
Converter box,
propane stove, converter box, and a Laguna table.
I mean, that's big doings.
But one thing that people don't know, if you guys haven't been watching Rosie for years, Rosie, you've been on YouTube since 2013, right?
Yeah, January 3rd, 2013.
And,
yeah. Almost since 2012.
Rosie pretty much gutted and remodeled this whole home.
All three of them.
Two of them. Well, the Shine Shack and pretty much, two structures are.
I took this down to the studs and pulled every piece of drywall and just did it all.
Did all the lighting and drywall.
2-year journey, putting all the recessed lighting in and modernizing a 1956 California four-room, they call it, which was popular after the Korean War when they were developing this area. You could purchase quarter-acre lots, and if you wanted 4, you could get 4 blocks. If you wanted, let's see. Survivor says some believe Mercury in retrograde messes with electronics. I think it's probably high volume or because of the fires. I don't know, but I had problems with my phone the last 48 hours. Can we have a close-up of that pumpkin in the background? I don't really know how to do it in here. You quit yours. No, Arthur Fleck don't start banging around my moderators. They do a good job on here. Yeah, flames are surrounding the Ronald Reagan Library. Everyone inside told to shelter in place. I'm thinking that the library, they turn off the AC, the ventilation system, and I believe the library is made of stone and masonry, so it'll probably.
Eva's got a good question for you.
Yeah, what does Eva say? How
Rosie-
long did it take you to get the Rancho the way you want it? Eva, I want one of my moderators, if they can find a video called like my 5-year journey on the Rancho, and you can see the whole process from framing in the fireplace back there to having the place gutted to seeing my dog, the horrible floors in here, just everything was changing walls around and having building in a breakfast nook that you could actually sit there and enjoy looking outside while you're sitting there. I think it's on my front of my, I have a whole playlist called construction, remodeling projects here on the Rancho. I've rebuilt when a woman ran into the corner of the house and took out the corner of the house here. I had to rebuild that with Missy Jen. From Halloween. You've lived there. I moved here in 2011. And I think I pretty much showed definitive proof yesterday who really owns.
Who really owns the Rancho? Yeah, Rosie
definitive,
Rosie showed me
notarized deed.
She owes me the deed. She's the only one on the Rancho. But one thing you got to understand, as a van dweller nomad, I see all these van builds all over the internet. And when I saw most of Rosie's videos,
thank you, Francis,
of her remodeling this whole house, this house, and the Shine Shack, I said to myself, a 19-foot van would be nothing to her. That'd be like child's play. Because look at all, I mean, you're talking about a person that's put drywall up by themselves.
on the ceiling.
Electrical, plumbing, painting, framing.
Look at my video.
Flooring.
One woman drywall hanging,
Right.
ceiling drywall hanging.
So for Rosie to remodel a camper van and it would be nothing to her.
The tough thing about the camper van, the tough thing about doing a camper van is metal and wood come together. That makes it really challenging. Wood on wood here, it's you don't have to worry about the screws you use, drywall screws. You get into the van and you can see the way I've just torn myself up over the last couple weeks. Even if you wear gloves, you're still ripping through and things like that. That's why I'm always glad when all the demo is done, then you can just kick back and you can start carefully driving screws and figuring out where.
And my goal was to get the demo done
right down to the studs and nuts. That's
before
right,
Halloween,
Jessica.
and I accomplished that. I wanted to get and I got that out of the way because that took a couple of weeks to do that.
Thank you, Uber. Yeah, you like the witch today. Thank you very much. You did accelerate. Well, I didn't lose anything being here. The fires came.
Right.
I still managed to get decorations up for Halloween. I wasn't going to let that pass. So I was happy to accelerate that forward. Because it gets cold here and it's we don't know when the weather will break, and we can always work on the outside of the van no matter what the weather is. But I like to have warm weather in there. Watch that video if you haven't seen. Thank you, Jen. She's an awesome moderator. When do you estimate completion? I would say probably you're looking at sometime in December. The thing is now you can't rush to just put up paneling. This is where Marshall has to work hard. He has to think to himself and put a piece of tape where he'd like things to go and what type of lights. He's really fixated on the LED, the RB type of fixtures, when there's so much more 12-volt LED fixturing out there and things, and you want to put rocker panels with monitor switches and things. So that's going to slow down the process while he thinks about what he wants in a coach, because everything has to be run, wires have to be run. We need to use armored cable if we're going to be putting in additional 120 volt outlets. You want an inverter so you can run your battery to run your laptop and your hangouts and things
Right.
without having to start your generator. Why wouldn't he have the title in hand, Mike? What would that? Where does that come from? I'm going to. Okay. Rich Life, take care. Take care, Winky. Did you see? Let's see. Sleep well, Rich Life. Good to see you in here. So that's what Marshall's got to. I'm not going to make those decisions about where things go. I don't really feel like that's my function in there to do that. Okay, take care, Diane. You take care, honey. So everything will slow down while he figures where things want to go. But the flooring. A countertop has to be figured onto there, and there's some other things that can move forward. Yeah, Carl, how you doing, Carl? Good job on the Zenith. That should be one heck of a camper when you two are done. It's going to be a lot simpler, but functionally it'll look. There'll be some elegance, I think, to the camper.
It'll be a lot simpler, but at the same time. It's going to be a lot more livable and a lot more usable, and it's going to look better. It's going to look good.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is probably run some future wiring. So if you poke a hole behind, you can grab a Lucas coil of 12 volt wire that's
Right.
It's already there. Instead of trying to fish something around the coach. I'm not sure, Sweet Pineapple. We have to see. I'm not sure about driving back to Chicago in December. On that, and I will mention that Marshall has a lot of sisters too, many of which live in the Chicago area. So. What else did I want to talk about today? We've covered the van stuff, so I'm looking forward to the other materials to come. There's some more challenges today. There's some bolts that are above floor level that have to be. Hey, Kevin Leonard, how are you? Let's see. I have. Let me see what the. Let's see. Winky Whispers. Let me see what else is going on here. So I think that pretty. I'm trying to think. I don't really have a planned item tonight to do, but we'll have some fun. I'll do something. I would like to take Missy Jen out for something to eat. That's something that I would like to do. Do you want to go to the RTR? Yeah, I think I'd like to go down to the RTR. I'm very interested in the seminars and things like that. Cheap electric. I have a chainsaw. I have a cheap electric chainsaw. For me, that sawzall is wonderful to work with. Marshall's not quite used to how you undercut a branch and then top cut it. Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. It's down in Quartzsite down there.
My favorite tool to use for camper vans is a jigsaw. And the reason I like the jigsaw is...
The saber saw.
The saber saw, Rosie calls it. That's what they... And I never really understood. What do they use to cut all the curves into the wood for the cabinetry in a camper van? And they use the jigsaw. And that's what's unique about it. You can cut any shape that you want. And that's what I've always wondered. What are they used to? Because all these vans have all kinds of curves in the walls.
Yeah, we'll have a lot of challenges, but... So far, the expense has been small. It's been put into this because we have to work smarter. The taco truck food really sounded good. Yeah, a lot of people will look at street food in, say, Mexico or Tijuana, and we must be eating horse meat or something like that.
Right.
I mean, who would know? But you're depriving yourself of one of life's great treats. Right. I'm so addict of street food now, where it appears, and just the dynamics of a person bringing food out and vending it on the street. I like the open feel. They put tables down and chairs. You sit there, and it's taco crawl is fun. And Marshall and I will probably do. I don't think Jen will have a lot of interest, but another crawl with looking at other things to taste on some of those. There's also many more trucks further down the road, but
Right.
you'd have to be careful. How long I keep Jen out and bouncing around the sidewalks.
I've always did shawarma crawls. I've always liked to try shawarma sandwiches, but they're kind of large, so Rosie likes to do the tacos because they're small.
Yeah, I want something small that kind of gives me is it good quality they're dishing out, or is it, like Elenita's was very tiny, although you like the flavor of it. I mean, we're talking about a taco that's, not much bigger than that sitting there.
Yeah.
Okay, it's $2 or whatever.
Why don't we do a fried chicken crawl? Because you can do those by the piece.
Well, how many places? You got Popeyes, you got KFC.
Now I'd like to go to places that are non.
Well, you're going to have a difficult time.
Actually, I like chicken wings. I love chicken wings. I think we should do a chicken wing crawl.
Chicken wing crawl, huh?
Yeah. To see.
That'd be interesting. I'm going to find fish and chip truck later. That's good. I think a chicken wing crawl could be that could be a lot of fun too to do that.
Yeah.
So I think I would enjoy that. The rubber tramp ride. I'd like to go down there. I think I'm assuming Marshall's van will be done that time. I think that he could roll into Quartzsite feeling proud of the rig and feeling like it's something that he would like to
I think the big tent event is what is the thing to go to in Quartzsite.
Well, I would set things up to travel. I'd probably go to San Diego initially. Thank you, Missy Jen. I'd probably go to San Diego.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, I got something in the middle?
Yeah.
Interesting. Should I open it?
Not on camera.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. I can't wait for my trick-or-treating night. Halloween candy. Oh, there you go, Jen. Halloween candy goes 50% off on that.
It says art. Maybe I should open it.
What does it say? Let me
Art.
see it. Let's see. I don't know. You can open it. Don't open it on cam, though.
Not on camera?
No, not on cam. Just step over there and open
Maybe
it.
somebody's made art.
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. I don't want to see a full nudie of me come out and suitable for framing on
Maybe
the.
somebody made artwork.
I don't know.
Rosie always gets stuff in the mail. What is
I
this?
get tons in the mail.
This didn't come here, this came from back there.
What does that mean?
This came from back there.
I'm not sure what back there means.
What the heck is this? Oh. Why is my name on it? What is this?
This is coming from here.
Yeah, don't read it out loud.
It's a church thing.
You asked us
Hold on a
to go.
second.
Hey,
This is
Crystal.
from my church in Benton, Arkansas. All it is. Hold on a second.
The Walmart family inviting you to marry into their family, or
No. This is a flyer from my church in Benton, Arkansas, Our Lady of Fatima, where I was baptized. But why would they send it here?
I don't know. How do I know?
That's the church that I went to. That's my church where I was baptized in Benton.
Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Okay, Benton. All right. It's.
You never know what you're going to
When's the
get.
last time you went to confession, man? I went in February. Let's see.
I want you to repent your sins, I don't know.
40 days for life. Join us a parish picnic. You missed it. October 13th at the. Where's that being now?
I remember our father's name was Father Mancini. You know what I didn't like about Catholic Church, Rosie? You know when they have that thing that you kneel on?
Yeah, the kneelers.
Man, I hated that thing. They want you to get up and kneel on that thing and get up and
It
go
shows. It shows humility.
I
Marshall,
couldn't
and
stand
It shows there's greater things in life
Right.
than you. So.
I like the Syrian church better. Let me tell you why. I love our prayers and our language are beautiful. Rosie, you should go into the Syrian church.
I'll
one
go
day.
to one time. Chaldean.
Did you know that you have to cover your hair?
Well, I know they probably wear a veil, right? When they go.
Not on the face, just
Yeah,
the
I'm
hair.
saying on that. Well, that's the way the Catholic Church
And
used to be.
women are supposed to sit in the back, and the front.
Let's
is supposed
test
to be the
Marshall
elders
out
and
on
men.
local spots. Let's see. Let's see. Brad Glover Electric, Congo Road in
I don't know
Benton.
that, guys.
Baxley Penfield, Roller Ballard Funeral
I know
Home,
that. And I know
South Main
Bexley,
Street,
Yep.
with Duke's Wholesale Incorporated there.
That's the guy my dad used to buy cars from.
Okay.
He's a whole dealer on Military Avenue. It's on Military, right?
Altman's Roofing down
I
there.
don't know about them.
What is that? Alcoa Pines Health and Rehabilitation Center. Big Dog Gym.
Hey, did you know that's where they have Alcoa, where they make aluminum rims? Alcoa,
They must have a plant down there.
Plant there, yeah.
Smith Caldwell.
Yep, real estate,
You
right?
know that?
Yeah.
Drugstore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how about La Hacienda restaurant?
Terrible
Food, huh?
Terrible, like Charles Barkley says, huh?
He probably thought the Alvida spot.
Okay, take care, Jen. Thank
In front of
you.
there, that white body.
Hey,
I mean,
Yujiro,
that's
how you
funny,
doing?
They probably thought it was
Long time no
yours.
see.
What white body?
There's a white body.
Hold on, how did you get this?
I don't know what.
Where did
In
this come
front
from?
of that, so they probably thought it was you that they sent you a letter.
Hold on,
there.
where did you get this from?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Was it in the mailbox?
No, it was there. I went
Let me see
there.
it.
When you
I'm
say
not
where,
sure.
where?
The
I
PO box?
drove there.
Let me see something.
Oh, the P.O. box. Oh, it went to the P.O. box. I thought you said somebody.
Oh, okay.
I
Was
drove
that
there.
like here?
I had to send something off.
Oh.
To send
So
something off.
So I checked the mail. I had to send a package to somebody.
Oh, wow, Kevin. Huh? Okay. All right, that's
So
cool.
it was your mail.
Okay.
I can't tamper with
Now,
it.
if somebody
Yeah,
wants,
but
I
no.
think I'm going to be making some autographed photos of me. If anybody wants one,
You were gonna put a picture of me in the van right on the wall. I'll fix it.
when me and Rosie get the van done, we'll send you an autographed photo in the mail. But you have to be a Rosie O'Kelly Patreon supporter. We're going to open up a Rosie O'Kelly Patreon.
Oh man, that's funny. He says I'm gonna get a nice frame and fix a small picture of you on the on the wall of it.
Well, I was thinking of getting a poster in Rosie with her Berkeley hoodie and the glasses and the stick.
I know, Kim. Limited edition photos sign off, you know.
Well,
How much will you be charging for an autograph 8x10 on there?
well, I think that Rosie O'Kelly, I think it would be good if she made like a little placard that in cursive, like in
Yeah,
wood,
there we go,
that
Sparky.
says engraved Rosie O'Kelly Vans. You know,
Hey,
and-
Katie, how you doing, honey?
And I could mount that somewhere in Lisa Marie.
Yeah, see her in the front. Oh my goodness, I think that would be pretty funny to have that on. Marshall's the kind of person who would have autographed pictures of himself hanging up on the van wall. The king, you know.
I want to get a bobblehead doll made. I think if I sold
You
bobblehead
said
dolls,
you wanted to see a bobblehead collection.
yeah, I think if me and Rosie made, how can we make one of those? If we made a bobblehead doll,
I think they
people
can make them up. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I know I snort. I can't help it.
You need to get
I
a
laugh
Funko
so
Pop
hard I'm
made of
snorting. You
A
know.
what?
A Funko Pop.
Funko, can you order like with the face and things like
You can
that?
have one made of yourself.
Bobbleheads.
A Funko Pop.
Suitable
Really?
for torching on the front of
You
your
just
car.
gotta go and contact them. They'll probably make one of you.
Jessica.
They're collectibles.
Hey, what about a red?
Jessica said you should sell toilet paper with your face.
Hey, what
on
about an Elvis Travels or Rosie O'Kelly baseball cap? A lot of people wear those baseball caps, right?
it. Hey, how you doing, Brown Bear? Nice to see you.
Like an embroidered one, you know?
Yeah, choo-choo, you know.
Yeah, like Rosie with the stick and the glasses and the hoodie.
Berkeley hoodie, you
Yeah.
know, the Berkeley hoodie. That's pretty funny. So I'm not sure what the schedule is going to be. I think Elvis and I have to make a trip down to the a couple trips out this morning. Some stuff to be returned and exchanged. You know, got to get some more of the rust
Right.
thing, yeah, make a calendar or something naughty for each month, right? For the so it's saying make the Lisa Marie great again. Yeah, you need to sell bumper stickers, part of like a PBS drive. Like,
I want to do
we
some.
need to renovate our studios here at PBS, and we want you to be a part of it.
I want
We'll
to
let you
do.
put one brick in the wall with your name on it.
I'm serious about doing a test run. Now that we're here and we have a place, let's get some T-shirts, some bumper stickers, a few of them, and let's do it by a week-to-week basis. Let's see if people will actually want them. And I think you never know. You just never know who's. Now that we have a spot where we can get out and mail, and we're a central location here, I think people would do it. Why don't you do a test run of it? Just to
I don't know. I got so many other priorities in this point. You know, I don't dislike people that sell merch. I want to make that perfectly clear.
Right.
I believe the freedom that YouTube gives you to pursue merchandise sales is great, and I endorse that for people.
Hoodies, hoodies.
But as for me,
hats.
I never felt inclined to do
mugs.
merchandise. I've turned down every
Mugs.
offer to promote a product on the channel and stuff. It's just
I
not.
see people now that have merch now.
Yeah, I don't know. I just, you know.
I think just doing a test run of it, just to see how many people.
Yeah, why
would
don't you make it a publicly traded entity, the Lisa Marie, and you can sell
You
shares
could
in
have like logos.
Lisa
the
Marie.
Lisa
Oh, you could have
Marie
shareholder
with
meetings inside, and
Well, the T-shirt that I wanted to make,
no,
my
I
idea
know a
was,
master limited partnership
Yeah.
with you as the general
Well,
partner. You
I-
know,
You
I
shouldn't
think
get- you
what
shouldn't
I
have
really-
to be in that. This should
Yeah.
be. You should.
How you doing, Red
trademark it
Pill?
First.
yeah, what I really want is the T-shirts. I think the T-shirts are the best thing that people could wear to support.
there you go, Mark.
Because a bumper
Hey,
sticker is
Kevin.
cool. You can put it on your vehicle. That's good. But a T-shirt, when somebody
Nobody
wears a
wants
T-shirt,
to- nobody
Nice to
wants
see you,
stickers.
Kevin Chambers. I
Nobody
haven't
wants
seen
to
you
do
around in a
T-shirts.
couple months, so it's good to
T-shirts
see you.
and hats,
Good to see you.
mugs.
Good to see you back.
where would I get that done at if I wanted to have some
Teesprings.
T-shirts done?
Teespring.
Teesprings.com.
But they won't. They don't make it like the way you want it though, right? They won't.
Well, they'll take your design and they'll put it on.
Create your own
What is? See, I'm not creative. I would need somebody in the community that's a graphic artist or something like that to
Create your own
design. You know, a
designs,
space
yeah.
girl from Planet X taking the pictures.
I don't-
I'm not good.
I don't really want a cartoon image. I want the real.
No, that's
image
fine.
of-
I'm not. See, like
Yeah.
to me, you know, to me, it's just about being on YouTube. I don't, you know, people get enough of Rosie O'Kelly and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, signed space girl photos. Now that's a cool thing.
You know, it would be interesting if you say I'm gonna have a Rosie O'Kelly T-shirt or hoodie. How many people will come out and say, yeah, you know what, I want one.
Well,
I
I don't
mean-
know. You know, like I told you before,
Right.
that I am a serial type of person, meaning not CEREAL, but SERIL.
Right.
I can only do one. I can't multitask. I can do one thing
Thing at a
exceptionally well.
Exactly.
But if I try to do like taking time to this design, the bumper stickers, now let's get the Rosie O'Kelly channel remonetized and all that. I'm losing focus, and when I lose focus, the quality. So I'm very one thing after the
One
other,
thing after the
you
other,
know, and that's the only way that I can. It's the only way I can work forward on that. So, hey Lindsay, how you doing today? Yeah, I mean, you can. If I'm laser focused, I can do it to a pretty high degree. If I'm multitasking, then I have a couple things that I'm doing at less than optimal.
I think it's just a
Thank
matter
you,
of
Quinn.
designing the shirt, and then when you design the shirt, you can say, okay, now I've got some. Get a
Yeah,
20 of
see,
them.
my
then you can
problem is
say-
I'm not a designer. You
Right.
know.
There's people out there that'll do it for you.
Yeah, I mean, of course.
Yeah.
But do I want to put that on them right now?
No.
No, I don't. I'm sure there's 10 people that step forward and say, "Hey, here's a spec design for your shirt." Let's see. Learn about you. You know that, Spanky. I'm laser focused. If something happens, I need to focus on that. Like when I lost my keys in Cheyenne, nothing else mattered to me.
You know what will really blow my mind? Think about it. If one of your followers comes up with a Rosie O'Kelly hoodie, or somebody makes
Well,
a
that's
video.
fine. If
I got
somebody
Rose-
makes something that's exceptional,
Right.
I'll Teespring it. But I would want the things like the spaghetti tops and the the wife beater type of shirts and things like that. So
right.
yeah, that's the way I am, hipster.
Well,
I can't do it.
look at just the look at the guy making parodies on the Hop Frog. Look at how many people have got dashiki shirts because of me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You got Dave got one, Hop Frog got one. Other people are coming out with the. I haven't made the dashiki shirt like my trademark, so
Red
I want to
shirt.
have like a trademark. Maybe I'll have an Elvis. I want to get the wife beater shirt. You know, like alpha male.
Yeah.
And the alpha males can wear that. And for you, you cater more to a woman audience.
Well, it's just my audience went from 20% women to 70%
70% women.
Yeah,
So you could have a wintertime is coming. You would sell hoodies. People will buy these hoodies.
well, we'll see what happens. Contact your local; they'll design it. Yeah, Jane, that's a nice thought. Maybe eventually I will, but I always have a project in the pipeline. Dave, the fisherman, had a dashiki shirt. Hop Frog had his
Dashiki
dashiki.
shirt.
Yeah,
Right, exactly. People. One thing that they like to do is they like to copy people. But now you get a shirt, it becomes your brand name. It becomes part of your franchise, part of your. Let's put it this way: YouTube is a business. There's no secret about it.
Yeah, if somebody wants to spec a design, that's fine. I'd like to have a Rosie O'Kelly and then a Space Girl shirt or something like that.
Right.
Let's see. Here's an interesting. Hey, it's Heidi. Marshall, are you the youngest in your family? She's just wondering.
Yeah, I'm the youngest in my family out of 5 sisters.
Oh, hipster. I'm going to spare you. I'm going to have to put you on the
But
block
you got a
list.
ton of women that watch you, and all these women would wear your hoodies in the wintertime. The wintertime is coming, and they all would want to have the hoodie.
That's
And you should sell this
hey,
Ray-Ban glasses,
hey, Vivian.
but like the replicas, not the real ones, where they could wear
That's the only thing you really, of all my,
Those are the 2 things.
that's it. Everything else is junk, right in my.
Well, that's a Rosie
Marshall,
O'Kelly.
like, there's one impressive thing. Rosie buys
Hey,
good
maybe
sunglasses.
Disney sells Rosie O'Kelly Daisy
You know why I have good
Dukes. The Daisy Dukes.
You know why I have good sunglasses?
Wow.
Because the better the quality of sunglasses, the more expensive, the more you have not to lose.
Not
them.
to lose.
And I got tired of
Right.
flea market sunglasses that.
So if you did sell merch, right? What would be on your top list? What kind of merch? Bumper stickers, T-shirts, coffee mugs.
I
what
guess.
kind of
I guess.
shirts are gonna be number one.
Shirts. Like. Especially focusing on, I guess, on shirts and things like that.
Bumper
So,
stickers would be pretty cool too.
yeah.
But
So.
people are selling them. Every YouTuber has got merch that's YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know, but everybody's different. Some people are mercantile that way, and I've tried to tell people repeatedly, I'm on YouTube to have fun, and the money is a secondary thing. Do I enjoy the level of support, the tips that of course I do, but everything in due time. Like right now, I have to be laser focused. I'd like to have this job wrapped up by Christmas time and be able to hit the road for a warmer climate after Christmas. Go to the RT, initially head to San Diego, then hang out, and then go down to the RTR, and then
the Big Tent Show course.
What date is
That's
that?
what I'm trying to look for. Does anybody know when it is?
In 2020.
Would it be called Trade Show?
Yeah, it might be.
Okay, it's January 18th to 26th.
Yeah, so I'd like to be down there. And,
maybe that's what it is, the
yeah.
Courtside RV Show, maybe?
And then Planet X Rosie in a Dorito bikini nightshirt. There you go. Hey, I'd like to be down in that area for that, and then roll on to Mexico.
Oh, there'll be a lot
Cross
of people.
down the hill and then go through, Calexico or whatever to go over to Rosarito.
Look at the people. Look at all the people.
I know, it's huge.
It's huge.
I
This
know.
is a big deal.
Rosarito Beach, Ensenada.
Yeah.
And down that way. So Dollar Tree sunglasses are great. Yeah, the problem with them is they don't filter out the UVA, UVB. So you're actually opening up your eye. You're opening up your retina to more damaging rays.
I think it'd be funny to see people.
I'm gonna be Space Girl tonight, late night. We'll do another hangout on the Rosie McNamara. And then Jen's got, I think, some costume surprise tomorrow. So we'll get Missy Jen on the hangout with us. And maybe I'll be a zombie or something. Jen made me a pretty good zombie one year. Remember that, Jen? You kind of maybe I'll be a zombie.
I want to be a tranny. Maybe Jen can help me be a tranny
Yeah,
this year.
well, we'll let Jen have that.
But Rosie, you'd be. It would be cool to see people with the Rosie glasses and hoodie to come on. Like that would be something to see. People come out.
Yeah,
Do that.
have your name, have the Rosie O'Kelly Ray-Ban designer line.
Right.
The Wayfarers.
Or you could have those that say Rosie O'Kelly, or I don't know, something. But that's part of. Her.
Hey Nathan, how you doing, sweetheart? Nice to see you. Yeah, Carly, I'm sorry. I'm extremely limited with the wrenches.
Hey, I think I'm gonna pick me up. I think I'm gonna do like a parody of you. I'm gonna pick me up some Daisy Dukes, some Skechers,
Hey,
a hoodie,
hey Andrew.
and the glasses.
Chooching on a
Choo-ching.
Tuesday afternoon and down the ghettos of Santa Rosa. I'll let Jen work with you on that. Jen's a lot more creative than I am on that. Went to the Tucson Gem Show, stayed in Quartzsite, beautiful area. Yeah, I heard that, Survivor. That's cool. Anyway, let's see. The local time it's probably warmed up outside. I think Marshall and I are going to hit the road to make a supply run today. And then we're going to get a lot accomplished on the van. I'm sure Marshall will be doing his usual hangout, and then I'll be doing some late night tonight. I hope you'll join me on the Rosie McNamara channel. I want to thank the people that have come on the channels here over the last couple of weeks. I've had a lot of fun doing the build. People, for the most part, have been kind. And I think more and more people are getting excited about what the van is going to look like when it's done. So, yeah, I have an excellent mod core here, Carly. No offense, I have some gals that came out of the drama community that are battle tested like forged steel, man. And I have some of my close friends. Tom Finland in here, who's followed me for years and is a real ace. No offense to anybody. JK NoCal is a great local friend. IRC Bully, who paid it forward to me in Milwaukee and all that. So no, I keep the wrenches very, very small, and I'm usually lucky. That I have at least one in here. So I'm hoping JK is going to be able to get back to his home. Spare a thought for him. Mike Loyal. I guess I'm kind of the good witch. I don't like to be a bad a bad witch. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for being along. Mike and Crystal, thanks for popping by today. That's fine, Carly. So, Terry Mack, good to see you, honey. If you're just coming in, sorry I missed you today. I will see you guys later tonight. I'm not sure what Marshall will be. I think I might be a zombie tomorrow night. That might be a lot of fun to do that. So, have a great afternoon, Kim C, Tom Finland, Jen, JK NoCal, all of my wonderful moderators. Thanks for being the fuel that fires the machine here. Thank you, Nathan. Love you, my friend. And y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you, Marshall, for popping in this morning. Make sure to read your church bulletin and get caught up. And don't forget your donation envelopes for the weekly collection.
Yeah.
Okay.
The offering plate.
Thanks, everybody. Marshall, give him a big woo.